Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm trying to work on, and I think you guys should too. And that's being someone who gives value rather than takes value, and being someone that other people enjoy just hanging around because they're interesting, they're cool people, or they're not boring. Now, what I don't mean by this is that you become an inauthentic person, or you try and please everyone, or you become this entertainer or clown version of yourself in order to please people or get them to laugh or entertain them for as long as you can. What I do mean is stepping away from being someone who's always leeching value. In fact, experienced this today. There's this person I know, and it was a clearly leeching value type uh, vibe he was giving off. As soon as he approached me, his eyes just kept darting constantly to these females that I knew next to me. And he just kept darting his eyes. And literally, like everything I was saying, he was just like not even listening to. So that's one example of leeching value. There's obviously other examples. One is just like being someone who's only there for their own selfish reasons. And that could be as simple as um, you're trying to meet a friend and he's only there because he just wants free food or he wants something else out of you. And it can just be a very draining experience. And so I want to move away from this and become more of that person who's giving value. Oftentimes, myself or other people, we can get into those vibes or periods in our life where we become very selfish, and you become this sort of shell of an actual person where you're just like, uh, I only want either a very attractive person, and I'll only be excited or interested or happy if I can talk to that sort of person. And something else, maybe you only are happy if you have like exceptional stimulus, whether it's um, maybe someone throwing money in front of you or someone just going out of their way uh, to do something crazy or give you free stuff or really entertain you or make you laugh. What I found is that first off, one, if you become this sort of leech, you're probably not going to attract the amazing people you want in your life or the amazing stuff that you want in life. Girls, whether it's girls, successful people, anyone, they're not attracted to this like dark hole of energy where you're just sucking anything that you find valuable and then otherwise just you're just this dead log. Um, Second, just from a objective view, it's just like, is that really the type of person you want to be? Is that something that you'll be proud of one day when you look back on your life? Do you really just want to, when you're about to die, whether it's when you're 30 years old and you get hit by a car, or uh, 20 years old and you all of a sudden get cancer, or wherever, whenever you die, do you want to really just see yourself as this like leech that really never gave much, really wasn't that much of a amazing person, didn't really like work on themselves much, groom themselves, um, give much value, and just constantly just like was a dead log and just wanted everything to be served to them on a silver platter. So, long story short, I do think providing value has so many benefits. One of them is just that you start thriving when you are just an amazing person to everyone you come across, or at least you try to be. You can become this amazing person, a great personality. Your energy just explodes. Um, you become memorable. You become someone who people want to hang around. You become someone that you wanted to be. When you think of someone awesome, or at least when I think of someone awesome, it's not just because of exterior appearance things. oftentimes their personality, how they view the world, their values, all that stuff explodes out of them as well. And that's something I respect and really admire as well. Sometimes it's their energy, sometimes it's their power, sometimes it's their humor, sometimes it's just how they make you laugh and you just love to be around them. So it's something I'm moving towards and I'm still working on for sure. And on top of that, I do think, you know, there's so many obstacles I have to go through to get better at that. And so I have a lot to work to do. I'm sure you guys can do better at that yourself. And really just think about it because it's one of those things where it's just like it can really help. Work on it yourself. And as a disclaimer, that doesn't mean you become this pleaser of everyone. Oftentimes, that also means you still remain true to yourself, and you do so to a point where you even get people who don't like you or are not interested in you. But the people who do like you really do like you. So that again, it doesn't mean you become this people pleaser and you try and cater to everyone, because oftentimes that means becoming this generic person where everyone doesn't really love but doesn't really hate. Oftentimes, to push that boundary often means you get haters or people who you don't click with and so forth. Some people, no matter what you do, they're just not going to like you, or you might try to be the best person you can be that you think everyone will like, and someone will still like you. Oftentimes, it may mean to polarize yourself and become an awesome person of who you deep down already are, and then just bring that out. And also think of how you can provide value rather than take value. Sometimes it's just one of those situations where I believe, and this is just my theory, it could be completely wrong, some people you kind of have to choose that those aren't people I want to hang around anyways, and providing value or just being awesome, it's not going to work. These people can be those who are just very much stuck in a rut of being a leech, and they're just trying to take things from you. They're a downer, their life's a mess, they're constantly using you for stuff, they don't have ethics, whatever reason it is. It can be important to cut those people out. That's just my humble opinion. That's my advice. Take it with a grain of salt. If I'm completely wrong, I apologize. But I do think it will help you, like, for sure. For instance, let's say you want to work on dating. Or, again, this can apply to other things. Like, you're part of a business and you want to make business connections. If you're that guy who's just bringing value to everyone, and everyone just wants to hang around that person because he's so funny, or it's just that he just gives a vibe and he just has those social skills and humor that makes people happy and brings them closer, rather than that guy who shows up to the social event who's just there to suck value. I want this. I want a phone number from you. I want a date from you. I want this from you. And other than that, he's not providing any value. He's just about me, me, me. That guy's probably going to be alone, and he's not going to get much attention. And if he does, people are going to like move away. Whereas the guy who's giving value is going to get value back. And again, I'm just using a dating example, but it can apply to other things. Let's say, okay, you're providing all this value, and again, it shouldn't come from any selfish standpoint. So it shouldn't be some ulterior or deeper level of selfishness. Just give value to be a great person, to be awesome. But if you do this, again, just think it through, you will get the benefit back at the end anyways. Because let's say you're talking to people that you're not attracted to, or you don't see would become potential partners for you, or whatever it is. Well, just providing that value, having those connections, brings out a lot of stuff. You can get referrals. You can meet friends of that person. You can go out of your way and introduce that person to someone, and that can become a business introduction or something else. Maybe he or she can help you in the future. And it's not only that, you leave the room knowing that you made people happier, that they were better off having met you, or just being a great person is just exciting in itself, because when they come in contact with you, they're very excited, and they're just like, you can be a role model, all these things, and on and on and on. And I mean, I can list even more things, like a lot of job connections, and a large percentage of the people who get jobs, they get it through referrals and so forth. So it can help with your job or your career in the future. If you're just constantly taking, it can get to a point where it's just like, well, I honestly, like, I can only give you so much, and before it becomes exploiting. And most people in business or in life are not willing to give so much before it's just like overboard. And then if you want actual real stuff, let's say you want to go on a date or whatever with that girl or guy, if you're just constantly taking value, it's just like, well, that's not going to work. I don't really, I mean, why would I want to hang around someone like that? So that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys later in my next video. Thanks for watching.